Hello, everyone. I'm Mark,
I'm Rob.
and welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, the hottest sports talk show in the world, the universe. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, please do so. We just hit 500 subscribers last night or this morning, and that was our half of our goal. We're trying to get to 1,000. That's our first big goal. And so please hit the notification bell and like the videos and make some intelligent, non-insulting comments, which I want to compliment our audience for doing a great job. We've only been here 2 months. That's why we only have 500 subscribers. Anyways, today we're going to do, we got a live show by Eastern time, Mondays from 7 to 8. Please join us. You can call in or you can make comments. Today we're going to do something different. I didn't tell Rob the topic. I just told him it was going to be about WNBA, but I didn't tell him specifically what it was about. I'm going to ask him a question and see how well he can answer it. And there's a reason I'm doing this, like a little experiment. Okay, Rob, so here's my question.
Okay.
Rob, if the USA Basketball Committee and the WNBA do not care about their fans or about growing the league, why should we?
You know, Mark, that's a great question because it's starting to be like that. If they don't care about the growth, they don't care about the prison ball, they don't care about how they're treating a player who has done nothing to any of the players or anyone, then why should I waste my time watching them? I mean, that's just a waste of my time. I could be doing something else. So if that's their attitude they want to take, which is a very strange one or a very defeating one, the league will not succeed and they will be nothing.
Well, Rob, pretend you're the commissioner of the WNBA or the head of the USA Basketball Committee. Give me a reason why I should care about your league if you don't. If you don't care about your fans.
Well, I should care about it. If I'm on a committee to try to promote women's basketball and also professional basketball, I should care about what people are thinking because they're the ones that bring in the money, the fans. The fans are the most important thing. Also, like I said, with money, advertising. So if I'm an advertiser person, I'm like, you're not going to put out a good product. I'm not going to want to be put on your market.
Now I'm a defense attorney, and I could cross-examine you and say, "Hey, Rob, you didn't answer my question. Please do so." The reason Rob didn't answer my question, and honest, he did not know the question I was going to ask. We didn't talk about the topic at all before this because there's no good answer to that. Yeah. If Rob asked me that question, and I know the topic backwards and forwards, because I've been thinking about this a lot, I couldn't think of a good answer, and neither could they if I put them on. And they'd give us this non sequitur answer, okay? And it's apparently obvious. They don't care about their fans with the attitude that they have, the way that the league has treated Caitlin Clark, and the fact that they won't put her on the Olympic team when they could actually easily put her on there instead of Diana Taurasi, which is a very simple solution.
Yeah.
So we've gone through this, but I just wanted to point out to people how obvious it is that they don't care about their fans and they don't care about growing their league by their actions. And
I'm sorry, Mark. They're just like so they're dismissing what the general public is telling them. They're just like, well, so what? We're just going to do it our way and you deal with it. Well, okay. Well, then there's not going to be anybody watching games and you're going to lose out.
Rob, and I might put this in the head of another video and expand on that. As I said before, and someone told me I made a good point, they want Caitlin Clark's fans without Caitlin Clark. And That's not reality, and it's petty, and it's jealousy. And it's not going to happen. So they need to accept that. And they need to move on and figure out a way to accept Caitlin Clark and make the league popular at the same time. We want the league to be popular. People that are supporting, men are supporting it more than women. And now women are supporting it more because their daughters got involved. And not just women, but some fathers, obviously. Their daughters got involved because of Caitlin Clark. So they have this golden opportunity and they're turning everybody off and they don't see it. And guess what? They're the only ones that are going to suffer.
Well, Mark, almost like the question. I think they see it, but they don't care. I mean, there's so much into the pettiness and jealousy. I'll show you attitude. I'm not going to promote. You say that Caitlin Clark's the most popular. Oh, we don't want to, even though she is. Well, we're not going to push that because the other players, or we're not going to put her on the Olympic team because of this and that. Because we don't want to promote. It might hurt the other players who are on the team. So they're mostly into this, caring about how they feel. It's It's a feelings thing. It's not a feeling. It's a feelings thing, not a business-wise thing.
Yeah, it's not, Rob. And really, we've gone over everything else, all the reasons that what they're doing and why, how obviously putting on the Olympic team would not only expose them to the international market, which would increase the WNBA's popularity, it would make the WNBA happy fans, and it would right now and in the future, and it would nurture all these young girls or young women that are suddenly interested in. All these men are now suddenly interested in WNBA. It would get them in the future and keep them there for a longer time. And Christine Brennan, who's a award-winning columnist and kind of a trendsetter for women, she's been covering the Olympics for a long time. She said since 1976 in women's basketball. And she's the one that broke the story about them not wanting to be on the team. Two people not wanting Caitlin Clark to be on the team because they're afraid their fans would go crazy and because of the playing time. But she said she's gotten emails from other media members from other countries that saying they're dying to see Caitlin Clark and play in the Olympics team, and the people that they follow them in their country are too. So that's a huge. We're not just talking about the U.S. We're talking about 7 billion people they are turning down by not putting the Olympic team. Let that sink in for a while, and then go ahead and tell me one more time how. Oh, this is all about competition. You got to have the 12 best people, and I guess they don't have the 12 best people because Diana Taurasi's on the team. So stop it.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, also they should take a lesson from the NBA. NBA was mostly Americans. And then when the influx of foreign players coming in, look at who's playing now in the finals, for Dallas. The influx of all these international players are because the NBA expanded itself over internationally.
And you know how they did that, Rob? Because they put the people on the dream team that people wanted to see. Larry Bird's back was given out. He was still a great player in spurts, but he wasn't the player he used to be. He wouldn't make it the top 12 because he was unhealthy, not because he wasn't still a great player. Magic Johnson had been out of the league because he had HIV. Christian Laettner wasn't one of the top 12 players. They chose him over Shaq. Why? Well, he actually played on their international teams like 3 years in a row or something like that. That was one of the reasons. He was also player of the year and Shaq wasn't. And so, that maybe that part of the reason they put Christian Laettner in because he was white, because the European market is white. And they go, oh, if a white player can be successful in WNBA, maybe I can. And guess what? There's an influx of foreign players. Most of them are European white players that are great players right now. And we all know who they are, Jokic and Doncic. And there's also Sabonis, who's the son of the former great Russian center. And so they made it more popular in those countries. And this was in 1992. So I'm not very good at math, but that's like 30 years ago, right?
No, you're good at
33 years ago,
right? I think you're good at math.
I actually am very good at math, but that's the point. The point is that's why there's an influx of talent and popularity. And NBA basketball shot up to there's different ways to measure what sport is most popular in the world, but it shot up to almost like number 2 in the world, and it wasn't number 2 before that. You can argue about cricket because of the large numbers in India and stuff like that, but it really is the number 2 sport after soccer or football, if you want, and it didn't used to be in 1992. So if they need another example on how stupid this is, then there's a great example for you. They didn't put Isaiah Thomas on the team because otherwise Michael Jordan wasn't going to play. So okay, it wasn't fair to Isaiah Thomas, even though I don't like him at all. But he deserved to be on the team. He was probably the best point guard at the time that was healthy. Right. Magic hadn't played in a while. He's a little bit better than John Stockton, not much. And guess what? He was the best, and he's a great passer. And it would have been perfect for a team like that with a bunch of scores. But
the NBA is sending scouts over to Europe to watch the European leagues, to get players from Europe. I mean, the WNBA can do that. There's a lot, like I said.
They're doing that, Rob. If you watch the draft, they had these women that were drafted that I'd never heard of from France and all sorts of things. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. But, I mean, yeah. So I mean, to have that's what you got. I mean, it makes sense. They're not using common sense. It's all, like I said, with their feelings about what, and then they're trying to go against men who are trying to support them. They're like, well, we don't want to listen to you. You're a man. Well, that doesn't make sense either.
They're saying that to anyone who's a new fan that's criticizing them. Just so you know, David Stern is probably the second best commissioner in my lifetime. Paul Tagliabue was in the NFL before, was the best one. But he was a marketing genius.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he put the business dress in for the men. And that's why he said, hey, if you punch people or leave the bench during a fight, he knew that he couldn't have that in the NBA. But he knew that he needed to reach the international market. And he did it. And he made sure that Michael Jordan was on the team. And if he had to sacrifice Isaiah Thomas, they did. Because no one's going to see Isaiah Thomas, even though he's a great player. They're going to see Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. And that's what's going to promote the league. And a little bit of Christian later, only because he was white and the European market was white. And that's why they're on their team. They didn't choose the 12 best players necessarily. It was close to the 12 best players. Let's be honest. Close. And that's what. And sorry, God, let me just finish that. And that's what it would be right now. It would be close to the 12 best player, the 11 best, and then Caitlin's still in the top 15, top. She might be in the top 12. We don't know because of the obstacles they've given her. But go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, what a marketing thing. I mean, if she's on the team, I mean, I didn't even that reporter you talked about. I didn't even have to hear from the reporter. I already knew that if she is on the Olympic team, internationally, they would blow up because people from other countries have heard. People from other countries have heard about her. You don't see them downing her or saying bad things that she's no good or she's a one flash in the pan, a one-trick pony. They want to see her play.
How could they have not heard about her? She's the most popular athlete in the U.S., and the U.S. is the most popular, well-known country with the most media coverage. So how could they have not heard of her at this point? It's like the first time that a woman's ever been the most popular athlete in the U.S. for more than a week or two. So that's what happens. And that's why I'm just like, is there a brain? Is there a brain there? They're attacking their fans. And we'll get to that. But by the way, I want to give a shout out to our listeners. Great comments. I look at other people's YouTubes and videos, and we have the best comments. We have the most intelligent, most mature. We do have an older audience. Make great comments, and I want to appreciate that. There's a guy named Tony makes a great comment every time, and I want to shout out to this person, Shauna Cross. And this is what they don't. I'm going to read her comment. Whoops, because it was such a great comment. She said, "Your comment, they want her fans, but not her, is spot on. The biggest whiff in their pettiness is they don't see that Clark's fans could be their fans too if they just stop being jerks and learn a little PR and quit condescending to people whose money they want. They're turning everyone off. Clark's not popular because she's white and the media hyped her. She's popular because no woman has ever played basketball like her. The logo threes, yes, but also the dimes and speed, the way she sees the game. She makes people who don't care about women's basketball want to watch. And more importantly, she makes little girls everywhere want to play." Let that sink in. She makes every little girls everywhere want to play. Generational talent. As a woman who loves sports and competing and wants women to thrive, get their due, it infuriates me to see them act so embarrassing, but also just be so bad at business. Like so bad. Yeah. They're leaving gobs of money on the table because they're petty egos. And they don't even get me started on how this is torpedoing their 3x3 X League project. The whole thing is an ongoing face plant. So this is a woman telling you, I have a daughter. I'm the future fan. I have a seed here. Please plant it. You're an idiot. Stop it. That's what she's saying. Stop it.
Yeah, she's saying stop. We don't swear on here, but you know what I'm saying. You're messing up. You're messing up a good thing. You're just starting. But they're going off this. Well, we've been around for 27 years, and you have reporters saying that they've been they're increasing every year. It's been more popular every year since 2020, and I'm like, or even earlier than that, I'm like, no, that's not true. Viewership has not been that high. People, like I said, if I walk down the street and said even who Audrey Wilson is, they wouldn't know who that was.
And some of the media isn't helping here by defending the league and pretending that none of this is going on. The bottleheads over at ESPN and some of the YouTubers and stuff like that, I don't know what to say, Rob. They're not helping any because this is obvious and they need to get over it. And that's all I have to say about it. It's a shame because I'm there trying to give the league a try and they're trying to push me away too. And I like watching Caitlin Clark play. So that's why I made the comment the other day. That's the only person I'm watching. And that
So
one woman said, you're only going to watch Caitlin Clark? I'm out. Fine, you're out. Okay, I have no problem you going out because I'm telling you, I'm all for the league. But that doesn't mean I'm going to watch these women. I can watch 36 games of Caitlin Clark, and I'll see all the women in the league 3 times at least, maybe 4. So I'm still watching the league. But if they want me to watch more of the league, then they need to change their attitude and play more exciting brand of basketball because I only got so much time.
So Mark, my question to you, what is the solution to get them to wake up? Should be a boycott? Should people just boycott it, not even go to the games? Or
I don't think you need an organized boycott. I think if, like, let's say something happens, like Caitlin Clark gets injured and it's a cheap shot or something, people will stop going to the games and stop listening, and they'll stop giving this false narrative that was growing like crazy before Caitlin Clark came in the game. Because guess what? Everything would drop like crazy. I don't think there is a solution. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're too stubborn, and it's obvious they're too stubborn.
Yeah, they have the blinders around. Like I said, it's all emotional. Unfortunately, that's how the women's are more emotional than men, and they're not thinking it from a business type aspect. It's like, whoa, we have this phenomenal athlete, but we're not going to promote her. We're going to build her down and not let her be the face of the league because this other might hurt the feelings of the other players. Oh, well, no, we can't do that.
Rob, someone told me I was too logical. This is all about them, that has contempt for Caitlin Clark. I said, know that. I said, I just like making fun of them, showing how stupid they are by using logic.
Yeah, it's too easy. It's the girls' basketball term. It's a layup. This is a layup.
It's a layup, and Rob, and they're missing it just like they do during the games.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that. You beat me to it.
I'm going to finish with, hey, we got a live show at Eastern time at 7 to 8. Please subscribe to our channel. We're going to give you straightforward, intelligent, objective, honest take on basketball and football and the Olympics. I swear to God, that's our goal, anyways. And knowledgeable too. I think we're going to throw in some cute little knowledgeable stories that you might not know about in the history of basketball and football as we go along. All right. Anyways, please continue to make intelligent, non-insulting comments. Yeah. And please share, spread the good word with everybody you know. All over the world. We're over in every country in the world. There's 7 billion people.
I have relatives over in Taiwan that are subscribed. They're watching us.
We're not turning down the fans that aren't in the United States. And
All right.
Anyways, peace out.
Peace out.